Everybody, my name is Dave. I'm a KOK-PLAY Frontier from the Genesis group. Today, I'm going to make this really good video to let you guys know that it is really important and very strategic for KOK-PLAY to put in the right applications, to make the right upgrades over time. Not all at once, but over time. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you guys why. So here, let's go over to Mark Moss. I do recommend his channel. It's a great channel. But it's not about just because he pushes Bitcoin. It's actually a lot of the contents that he provides. And this is part of it. So please check this out. Let's go.
It was really cool. Now all those people said, what do we need the car for? The buggy and the horses worked really fine. As a matter of fact, cars are dangerous. Cars are noisy. Cars are going too fast. They're going to hurt people. All these things. But it was such a good invention that, of course, the people wanted it. The market wanted it.
That's right. And that's what people say about cryptocurrencies. Why do we need cryptocurrencies for? We got government fiat. We got currency. You know, people can do bad things with crypto. Right? Why do we need it? We already have a system, right? Back when the car was made, we have horses, we have the buggy. But the technology, the car is so good, eventually everybody wanted it. And that's pretty much it with cryptocurrencies. The blockchain technology is so good that now you have like China and other central governments wanting to use blockchain currencies as their, official form of money. Well, I don't really call government currency money. I just call it currency. But anyway, that's what they want, right? Because the technology is good. Now let's keep going.
And so very quickly, all the investors came out with all their money trying to solve all these problems that weren't ready to be solved yet. And so the first car was invented, the investors came running out.
And that's what we see now. We have a lot of people investing a lot of money into a lot of scam coins. Not KOK-Coin. KOK-Coin is legit. But you do see a lot of people just buying coins or investing in coins. But it's really set up for, well, it's not ready yet. Right? And you know it's not ready because if you were to look at the top 20 coins just, 5 years ago or 8 years ago, some of those aren't they're not top 10 anymore, a lot of them, and they don't even exist anymore because the infrastructure is not ready yet, because they try to upload and fix all these problems too fast for a market that's not prepared for it.
And in no time, we had over 250 automobile manufacturers. 250 of them. The problem is there was two problems. One, there's really no market for this. We had 250 automobile manufacturers to make all these automobiles, but there was no one to buy all those cars.
Remember that. We have thousands of cryptocurrencies, but there's no market. There's not enough people to actually use it. In fact, a lot of these cryptocurrencies don't even have a use case. There's no utility case. Forget just not even having a market. There isn't a big enough market. But more importantly, some of them don't even have a use case. All right? And that's just problem number one.
Had just got introduced. There was no market for it. The second problem is that there was no infrastructure. There was no roads. There's no gas stations. There's no service centers. There's no parts, etc. And so,
same right now, right? There's no real infrastructure for KOK-Coins. Just look at Bitcoin. Can you go down to McDonald's and buy a meal with Bitcoin? Can you go to your local grocery store, use Bitcoin? Can you buy a car with Bitcoin? I mean, you used to be able to buy Teslas, but you get what I'm saying. And it's not just Bitcoin. Try with Ethereum. Try with these other coins. You can't even use them to buy what you need on a daily basis. The infrastructure is not set up, right? Back when cars first got invented, there weren't enough roads, gas stations, service centers. It's the same with cryptocurrencies. It's true. Where can you use them? At least with KOK-Coin, you can use KOK-Coins on the platform. And, I guess, other places like Home Shopping Network in Indonesia. You see what I'm saying? And you see KoKoin is solving the problems, while some of these other cryptocurrencies aren't really solving anything. They're just kind of just scams. But you can see right now that it's not good to put in all the technology all at once for a market and infrastructure that's not ready yet, because cryptocurrencies hasn't been fully adapted into the marketplace.
What do you think happened? Well, all of those companies went out of business and 3 remained: Ford, Chrysler, and GM. Now, they weren't wrong. Today, we have 250 automobile manufacturers, but they were early. Being early is the same as being wrong. We needed to have the market and the infrastructure develop before it could support that thing.
There you go. And that's what we're seeing now. All right. So a lot of these cryptocurrencies or platforms, or some of them are scams, but some of them, they're not wrong. The problems that they're trying to solve, trying to fix, they're right, but they're early. And unfortunately, in the free market, sometimes having the right solution but being early is still wrong, because you're still going to go out of business. I hope you all understand that. You could have the right solution, but if you come at the right time, you'll still end up being wrong, because you'll still go out of business. And so in the future, when cryptocurrencies are more adapted to the market, then yeah, you'll even see more cryptocurrencies, or a lot of those cryptocurrencies that went bankrupt, whatever the case is. New cryptocurrencies will come to recover those markets and industries.
Right? They weren't wrong. They were just early. Now, if we go to the next technology cycle that I want to talk about, we'll go to the internet. And so this is really going back to the 1980s, when the internet was first being designed and developed through DARPA. But in 1990 is when the first www went live, the first public website. And by 2004, we had the first purchase that happened on the internet. If you have any idea what that is, this is the favorite food of the nerds, which is pizza, which happens to be the same purchase that was done on Bitcoin as well. So 2004, the first internet purchase was done for pizza.
Okay, 2004 was the first purchase on the internet. It happened in 2004. Okay, we're only in 2021, about to get into 2022. Keep that in mind.
But in 2005 is when something happened. In 2005, on the internet, we had the first IPO. That was an initial public offering, and that was for Netscape. And as soon as that happened, it let the investment world on fire. And so all of a sudden, just like...
And you see IPOs now for cryptocurrencies.
Automobile boom, the investors came running in with their money, hoping to get rich. And from 2005 till 2009, we had this explosion of internet companies. Sound familiar? Explosion of internet companies. And a couple of things happened. One, publicly traded companies, giant corporations, Fortune 500 companies said, we can't trust our data on this open public internet. We have to build our own proprietary private intranets. So there was all these intranets being built out. Probably hundreds of billions of dollars were spent by all these publicly traded companies to have these intranets. And then we had all these investors trying to solve all these problems with internet, with websites, .com boom, that didn't need to be solved at the time, because the same two problems existed. And so we had all of these companies being built. Basically anything with a .com in its name could get lots of money, tens of millions of dollars, just by putting a .com on the name. And by the year 2000, we had the famous pets.com, we had the famous webvan.com, and etc. And the same two problems were there, just like the automobile boom, which is one, there was no market. So by the year 2000, less than 10%.
There you go. There's no market, because not enough people were using the internet to make purchases, let alone there's no infrastructure. All right? It was hard to even make a purchase. And so I want to explain that. Right now, if you look at KoKoin, there's so much KoKoin. If they really wanted to push, they could push a lot of things all at once, but they're not. Why not? Because the market is still being developed. You get what I'm saying? The people is still getting worked into the market. The infrastructure is starting to get developed. And what I want to tell a lot of you who are part of the Coke family is you joined at the best time, because this platform is a platform that's going to last. It's going to make it to the end when the infrastructure, the market is developed, that is ready. Like, is the infrastructure, the market is ready for car company or the internet, right? To open up a website to make sales. And so that period will come for cryptocurrencies. It's all about, do you want to be part of a platform that is preparing for being able to last and be part of the pioneering stage of building the infrastructure for cryptocurrencies into the open economy, the free market? There's another big thing, you guys, I want y'all to look at. And it's this, man.
Gold point 17 cents to $2. It'll take only 3 months. But look at what happened recently. It's going up 20% every jump, but every month it's going up 20%. More and more and more it's going up. What does that mean?
So he's saying the value of Coke coins go up 20%, but also the number of users or people joining into KOK-PLAY goes up 20%. And that's exponential growth. I hope that's what he's saying. So in other words, if you had 100 people, next month you might have 120, but the following month is not 140, but 20% of 120, which means you'll have like 142. You get what I'm saying? So there's something else I want you guys to look at. This is very key. And also, please subscribe to his channel. Yeah, he's definitely beyond what I know about KOK-PLAY. But I'm giving you guys some other outside aspects to why KOK-PLAY is such a secure, well, in my opinion, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. I am telling you what I'm doing, being part of KOK-PLAY, because I'm giving the reasons for it right here in all my other previous videos.
It's equivalent and the same as the amount of rate of increase of the user. What does a company want? Company wants people who bring people with $300. So US, Canada, Japan first, and probably gave more incentives and treated better to have these people with higher incomes. But no, where are we focusing most? As Southeast Asia, South America, Africa. They don't have a lot of money. They're developing countries, but they are the best. Why? Because they have the population. They have the users. And 60 to 70% of that population is under 30.
Now that's a key point, and I like what he said and the brilliance of the company and how he's representing the company, the platform, because he's saying the platform is looking for users, because users will build the ecosystem, and the more users you will actually utilize the tokens and utilize the ecosystem, the value of Coke coins will go up. Because what is he saying? He's saying Coke coins looking for numbers, right? And we, part of the Coke family, we're looking for more and more people to utilize the ecosystem, utilize the platform. And we want a platform where the people developing it are continuously developing it, so more use cases are being developed on the platform, which it is. I mean, look, they're working on the messaging system, and they're going to add so many additional features in the future. Now, why am I saying this? Because let's look at this article. The global game market will generate $175.8 billion in 2021, which is 1.1 decline from the year before. Asia Pacific is easily the world's biggest region by games revenues, with $88.2 billion in 2021 alone, making up 50.2% of all game revenues. All right, $45.6 billion is in China, comes from China. Globally, the market will grow with a CAGR 2019-2024 of 8.7% to reach 218.7 billion in revenues in 2024, passing the coveted 200 billion threshold in 2023. It's going to be $1 trillion market. And yeah, right now it's talking about games, but the metaverse, all the metaverses will be a multi-trillion-dollar market. But this is the big point that I want to also look at. There will be close to 3 billion gamers across the globe in 2021. Close to 3 billion this year. This is up 5.3% a year from 2020. Okay. The number will continue to grow at 5.6%, 2015 and 2022, to 3.3 billion by 2024. Primary drivers for player growth are an increase in the online population, better internet infrastructure, and affordable smartphone and mobile internet data plans. Okay, in 2021, 2.8 billion players play on mobile. By 2024, Newzoo forecasts there will be 3.1 billion mobile players, surpassing the 3 billion milestone the year before. Now, we're not talking about just hundreds of millions of people who will be on the metaverse. We're talking about billions of people who will be on the metaverse. And you'll see that billions of people will use different metaverses. And KOK-PLAY will be one, to me, in the future, will be one of the leading platforms in the metaverse, competing for over 3 billion users. And they're going after users from Southeast Asia, South America, Africa, because who uses a lot of games or who's on the metaverse a lot? Young people. And so the money in these regions of the world will grow. The economy will grow. Young people will be tech savvy there, and they will use the metaverse. So you're going into the future. You're heading to the market that will be most sought after by big companies in the future. KOK-PLAY is already thinking of the future while already establishing the set market in developed countries, like in the States, Asia, Northeast Asia, Korea, in Russia and Europe, but also planning to get into the frontier of some serious economic growth in those other regions of the world. And that's why, once again, you see the macro, the big picture plan, and you know that KOK-PLAY just plans on continuing to upgrade at the right time with the market to build the infrastructure. You can see success. And that's what I wanted to point out to you guys, to the KOK family, and to all those who are thinking about joining the KOK family, or anyone who runs into this video. All right, everyone. Once again, I'm not your financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I am telling you that I'm part of KOK-PLAY. This video is just giving you part of the reasons why. Now, everyone out there, please stay safe. Take good care of yourself. Make sure you have enough to take care of yourself for this winter, coming up winter. And God bless y'all. Okay, please, be spiritually strong. Stay safe. Be happy. God bless you guys. Coke on.